Abbie, it's AFC Wimbledon this weekend, but first of all, you've had a few days to digest the weekend's result against Ipswich. How are you reflecting on that one?
Yeah, still bitterly disappointed. I think we went there with a game plan, with knowing exactly how we wanted to play, exactly how we wanted to frustrate them, and for 85 minutes we did exactly that. Just unfortunately for us, in the one moment that they had in the second half, they capitalised on theirs versus us not taking our chance. So yeah, disappointing because they're a good side, but I think we fully matched them for the duration of the game. I still think we're one of the only teams that really cause them problems, and I think their relief in getting that late winner and obviously comments made after the game, I think just shows how far we've come, and just a credit to our team on that we can mix it with the best teams in this league, and we can go to places away from home and put on a really dogged performance. And yeah, we were just really unlucky not to come out on the right side of the result. I think a draw would have been a fair reflection on the game. But in saying that, I've challenged the girls now that those are those levels that you've got to reach week in, week out. They've shown me that is now the sort of the template for us for the rest of the season. We can go toe to toe. We can mix it. So yeah, I'm really excited for this weekend to see the girls take some of that disappointment into this week and use it as motivation to spur us on.
What are the positive aspects then, specifically from that fixture, you can take in going forwards?
The way that we've dug in and worked tirelessly off the ball, we've closed spaces down, we've made it really difficult for a passing team to move the ball, whilst also imposing what we're good at. We're really strong moving the ball through the thirds. We're really good in wide areas, and we made sure that we didn't come away from how we wanted to play. It takes character to go to a team that's top of the league away from home and to put on a performance like that in front of a home crowd that really got behind their team. And taking the lead and doing the things that we spoke about in midweek and the night before in our prep on how we wanted to play and how individuals will have moments in the game. And yeah, I'm incredibly proud. This is our first time in Tier 3. We're learning all the time. I've got a fantastic bunch of young players that want to prove each week that they're learning. And if they continue to do the performances that they've done so far this season and use Sunday as motivation, like I said, to spur them on for the rest of the year, we'll have a very, very promising final 6-7 games left of the season for sure.
That game also marked Ishbel Zerman's half-century of appearances in red and white. I just wanted to take a moment to highlight her as a player. I think she's been pretty much a constant in your team this year. How important is she to your team?
Yeah, well, obviously you've said it. She's a constant for a reason, Her never give up attitude, her desire, her work rate, her quality. When you write down what you want in a football player, those are all the words that you want, and she just epitomises them. She's an absolute fantastic character in and around the group. She really gels a lot of the different personalities together. She's a joy. You can certainly know when she's in the room. She lights it up, and on the pitch, she lets her football do the talking. It's probably been a frustrating last couple of weeks for her, really, because the position she plays in, she's judged off of scoring goals or assisting and creating things. And it's not quite fallen that way for her in the last couple of weeks. But what she does for us as a team, that there's no other player that does that. She knows how fondly we think of her as a management team. And if I had to continually pick teams, Ishbel's always one of the first names in it, because of everything that she epitomises. She is what we pride ourselves on being, hard to beat. The ethic that we've instilled in players, and the confidence to continue taking the ball in difficult areas. That you'll never see her shying away. So I can't speak highly of Ishbel enough. Really, she's a fantastic person, and I know that she's going to just continue going from strength to strength. And yeah, this season might have been a difficult one for her, but one that she's relishing, and she's taking in her stride and doing incredibly well.
And I was incidentally going through the stats today of player appearances over their whole time at City, and she's one of a number of players with a lot of appearances for the club, which I guess just shows the buy-in of the players you've got here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I say it when we recruit players, but we recruit players that want to be here, that want to learn, that want to get better, that have the right attitude and desire to take on information and produce that in moments. She's a big game player. And yeah, the team that we've built is a young team. You know, these players are hopefully going to be together for 2, 3, 4 seasons longer, and really push Exeter to the absolute limits of where we can achieve. And yeah, that's why they've got such high numbers of appearances, because they're trusted. They work hard, they buy in, and yeah, they're a credit to themselves first and foremost.
On to this weekend's game. It's AFC Wimbledon, and they've had a couple of tough results recently, but have also shown their quality with good wins against the likes of Oxford and us earlier this season. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, but, you know, they're similar to us in the sense of coming up last season. They like to play on the transition. They're probably better, you know, with the ball, defending the ball than they are with the ball in their build-up phase. So we need to make sure that we're switched on in all moments of the game, and need to, you know, be aware of their threats. They've got great pace in the front line, and really creative midfield players. So it's not going to be an easy game for us, but one that we're relishing off the back of that Ipswich result. You know, like I said, we really want to take that performance into this Sunday in front of our home fans and really put on a performance. You know, it wasn't an us performance when we played them away from home. So we're really looking to right some wrongs and, yeah, just build on the momentum from last weekend, really.
How is your squad looking? I know Emily Toogood came off the bench, I think, at the weekend.
Yeah, Ems is good. Just been told that she's been the range of motion that they were worried about is all good, and she's looking fine. So she's available for a selection from the start. Should we look to change things? So yeah, everybody's looking hungry and sharp in training, and you know, that's the beauty of this squad now. You know, I've got a few options in different positions, and we can change the way we want to play, and different personalities fit different ways and styles of playing. So you've got to have that. You know, we've got to make sure that as much as we're concentrating on ourselves and we know what we want to do in possession, that we have an eye on the opposition and making sure we've got the right players on the pitch that can deal with their threats, but equally ensure that we can be a threat going forward and defensively ourselves.
And finally, after a couple of long coach journeys, it's a chance to return to Devon and play in front of our own fans for what seems like forever, which you must be really looking forward to.
Yeah, I can't wait to get another home game under our belt. As you said, the last 2 away games, it's been trekking across the country, so it's really nice to be home this weekend, hoping that the fans could come out in their numbers as they always do and really get behind the girls. And it's going to be a really difficult game on Sunday against an opponent that we need to make sure we beat so we can continue opening that gap up between us and them. So we're going to need them as our 12th man and making sure that we can hear them. So yeah, make sure that you're out at Coach Road and you're as loud and proud as you can be, and yeah, really spur us on over the line.
Thank you, Abbie.